In 1869, Mary Ward was the first recorded victim of an automobile accident. This incident pushed engineers to improve car safety tremendously.
We need to find a quick solution to improve car safety.
Why do we even care about car safety? Accidents are a rare occurrence.
No, this is an important matter. It is our own responsibility as engineers to take into account human well-being.
I have an idea. Why don't we simulate car crashes using dead bodies and gather the data from these tests?
I don't think this is a good idea, as it would be unethical to use dead bodies without taking consent.
Enough! You can't keep opposing every idea. I like this option. We'll go with using dead bodies. Do you have any problem here?
The first test subjects for crash tests were thus human cadavers. The bodies were used in crash simulations to obtain data about the location and intensity of damages on the passengers of the vehicle.
In cadaver tests like these, the dead body gave scientists precise measurements of the forces needed to break bones and rupture blood vessels.
For every cadaver used, it is estimated that 61 passengers survived due to improvements in seat belts, 117 in airbags, and 68 in windshields. Moreover, according to Albert King, famous researcher in the field, cadaver testing saves 8,500 persons a year.
Based on these results and from a utilitarian standpoint, it is preferable to use dead bodies for a crash test, since every time someone donates their body, a huge number of lives are saved by that one person. So by the principle of sacrifice, it is better to do testing on dead bodies for the greater good. Now let's take a look at the aspects of the philosophic calculus. First, saving lives of many would relieve pain for a big number of people. Secondly, because we guarantee accuracy from these test results, people in future dangerous crashes would be protected, and thus we are certain that lives are saved. The test processes are fast and has fast adaptations. Concerning the duration, it is obvious that saving lives is a long-time happiness. And finally, keeping a dead body without use would never lead to more happiness than using it in a respectful way in tests that would save the lives of many.
However, according to another ethical theory, the categorical imperative, such experiments are not ethical. Referring to the reciprocity principle set by Kant, one must never use people to achieve something without taking their approval. At the time, dead bodies were property of the government and were used as test subjects in research and crash tests without obtaining the consent of people prior to their death or that of their families.
Aligning with the categorical imperative, cadaver testing received backlash from the church, which was greatly influential in the 20th century. These methods were refuted by Christian societies in the US and Europe who preached the sanctity of the dead. As was said by Rudolf Hammerschmidt, spokesman for the Roman Catholic German bishops, even the dead have dignity.
Even according to the law, such experiments were considered as violation of the constitutions and rights of security of some countries. Klaus von Trotha, German politician, stated, "Our constitution guarantees freedom in scientific research, but the constitution also guarantees the protection of human dignity."
Moreover, testing using dead bodies was opposed by politicians and the public. Many households who had donated bodies which were assured to be used for medical research later found out that the bodies of their loved ones were now test subjects in crash simulations. Such was the case of Jenny Gray in 2008, whose parents were used as crash dummies, a fate which she did not agree to give them. Many more similar cases pushed the public to lose trust in engineers who were deemed dishonest and immoral. These actions were a clear violation of the NSPE Code of Conduct, which states that engineers shall avoid all conduct or practice that deceives the public.
Due to all the controversy that came with cadaver testing, the number of these tests decreased drastically. Engineers then tried different options, such as live tests, followed by animal testing, which also generated controversy. Cadaver testing is now very restricted, and the results have been used to produce human-like dummies that are slowly replacing dead bodies in crash experiments.